Active exhaust is a really cool option on the 2018 Mustang. It gives you a quiet mode, but it gives you multiple modes all the way to a full-blown wide-open track mode, which is going to be the loudest mode available. Now, while this sounds great from the factory, Corsa Performance thinks they can make it sound even better, so they're going to install their new system on this Active Exhaust 2018 Mustang GT. This is Corsa's 3-inch Sport to Extreme Cat-Back fitting your 2018 through 2019 Mustang GT when equipped with the Active Exhaust System. Now, the way this is going to work, it's going to replace the active tones with two louder tones using Corsa's signature sound. One level is going to be their Sport, and the next level will be the Extreme. This will be a direct replacement for the factory system, using a lot of the factory components. Like all Corsa systems, this features high-quality 304 stainless steel throughout with 3-inch mandrel-bent pipes and a set of 4-inch polished tips. Features their industry-first double X pipe and the RSC cancellation technology, which will get rid of any kind of drone on the highway. Again, this will be a direct replacement for the factory component and keeps all the factory active options. For this installation with a lift or a jack and jack stands, 3/8 ratchet, 10mm socket, 11mm socket, 13mm socket, 15mm socket, and a clip removal tool. All right, once you have your car up in the air, we're going to start by removing the factory system. Loosen up these 4 bolts right here. All right, now moving towards the back, we're going to move these 2 bolts here, so we're going to remove these hangers. Okay, this part's a little different from the active system. You have to disconnect the plug so we can remove it with the factory motors. To do that, go up here and pop this clip off the body first. Then unplug it. Now we can remove the factory catback as one piece. An extra set of hands will definitely come in handy here. What we're going to do is slide the pipes back off the front clamps, then slide it off the rear hangers. Now we'll begin the Corsa installation by grabbing the adapters, put them up into the factory clamps. We'll snug these up and adjust later. Now we're going to install the Corsa double X pipe. Make sure you put 2 clamps on the front and then the brace is facing downward. Again, just snug these down, we'll adjust later. Okay, so now we need a few things off of our factory exhaust system. We're going to start back here. We'll have to remove the motors for the active system. We're going to transfer them over to our Corsa. We're going to install the tips on the muffler before we install it because it's a lot easier to do this off the car. Start by grabbing the active tip. You want to make sure when this is on there with the Corsa lined up, this should face towards the outside. If it's facing this way, it's the wrong side. The easy thing I found to do is actually take this clamp apart. Stretch it out just a little bit. Flip this over. Again, just get it snug. We'll do final adjustments on the car. Flip it back over. Now we're going to install the motor. The first thing you want to do is look in the tip, make sure the pipe is open. It's going to default to open when the car's off. You don't have that lined up, you won't get this spring in. Basically, this spring here is going to fit right in that opening. Make sure it is seated properly or it will not work. The bolt closest to the tip is going to hold this factory bracket. All right, install the factory hanger back here. All right, ready to install in the car. Okay, we put the new assembly up into the new hanger. And slide it on the X pipe. All right, before we tighten anything up, we're going to plug in our active motor. And I can put it up and tighten everything down. Make sure the hook is seated properly in here. We'll reinstall the factory bolt. And tighten the clamp. And finally install the other tip. Then we'll repeat the process on the other side, then we're going to go back through and make all our final adjustments. So our Corsa Cat-Back fits great and the tips look so much better than the factory ones. Now the important part, let's hear how it sounds. Now we have it set up to start in quiet mode. So this is the quiet mode right now. And it is quiet. I mean, it sounds every bit as quiet as stock, almost a little quieter maybe. Now let's try normal mode. You can hear an immediate difference inside the car. All right, now that sounds like a Corsa. Now we'll go with the sport mode. Now keep in mind, revving these inside a studio, you're not going to get the same sound. Once you're out on the road and driving and going through it, with load, it's going to sound a lot different. Go back to quiet. Wow, what an amazing difference. All right, let's take it for a ride. Now, in order to my personal 2018, I did not get the active exhaust, and a lot of people ask me why, and for me, it's like I kind of wanted to be loud all the time. Now that I'm driving a car with it, it is kind of nice. Like we're in a neighborhood like where we're at right now. You're driving, you put it in quiet mode, and it is quiet. You could sneak up on anybody with this thing. It sounds, it almost seems like it's quieter than it was stock. But you get out of the neighborhood, you want to get a little rowdy, you put it in normal mode. Now it sounds like a Corsa. If you're not familiar with the way the active works, there are a couple really good videos. There's actually one manufacturer who cut the factory system apart so you can see how it worked. And when you're in like track mode, it's open all the time. So your valve's completely wide open. That's going to be your loudest setting. When you have it in the normal mode, then it actually will close it a little bit to kind of change the tone. And that's where the difference in the Corsa sound comes. When you have it normal, yeah, it sounds good. It's basically sounds like a Corsa Sport, which is what what it's supposed to sound like. It sounds aftermarket, has that nice, crisp, high-pitched sound that Corsa has. But then, if you put it, go into the track mode, now when you get on it, now it gets even louder. You get that more of that Corsa Xtreme sound. So it's like, if you have an active car, I'm sure a lot of you watched our videos in the past, you really can never decide between Sport or Xtreme. Well, if you have an active car, you can get both. I still can't get over how quiet mode is. That's quiet. Normal, you definitely hear a difference. And then track, it's even louder. It's pretty crazy how you get 3 distinct tones out of one exhaust system. Drop it down to normal, gets noticeably quieter again. And then quiet, it literally goes away. Quiet, normal, Sport and track sound much better. And the Corsa systems have all been really, really popular with the S550 Mustang, and if you have an active system, it's definitely one to check out. There is definitely a cool factor here among being able to flip between these different systems very easily and get it, you can make all the noise you want, or you can make it nice and quiet if you want to as well. Of course, it uses high quality materials. Fit and finish is always excellent. Installation on a system like this, probably figure an hour and a half tops, and be back on the road in no time. Hey guys, hope you enjoyed that video. Make sure you click on the CJ button so you subscribe for future videos, and click the corner up here for more videos for your Mustang.